If you haven't been coming to the CISO Series Video Chat, this is what you've been missing.
I don't care how high their status is. I have spiked interviews because the person was a jerk off the air.
Did you ever think maybe you deserved it?
Sure.
I could be
There's
the
only
jerk.
room for one jerk here.
Hey everybody, it's David Spark, your favorite host of the CISO Series Video Chat. Guess what? We're doing another one of our video chats this Friday, May 14th, 2021. The topic is hacking process, an hour of critical thinking about delivering and receiving the right information to the right people at the right time. And one of the people who is going to be joining me for this very discussion is somebody we've had on our video chats many times before. I would say an all-star performer on the video chat. It's Ed Bellis, the co-founder and CTO of Kenna Security. Ed, we don't talk a lot about process, do we?
We don't.
Because it involves a lot of people. Let me ask you, what are the common mistakes you see in process and just vulnerability management?
Probably the most common one is that the processes don't actually align with each other, right? So
what do you mean by that?
So you have teams, security teams that are very much focused on one outcome. They wrap their processes around what they're incented to do, and those processes then don't align well, and then bad things tend to happen.
Everyone say you do this isn't enough if you're not agreeing on what the goal of this is, right?
I totally agree. And actually with some of the more successful teams I've seen, they're not only aligning their processes, they're actually kind of baking them into the others' processes.
And that just, goes to the whole software development lifecycle, which everyone desperately wants to do, referred often to as shifting left. But isn't it more than just shifting left? It's just being part of the process, isn't it?
If you're not aligned in terms of your process, then that conflict is just going to happen earlier than later.
Joining me and Ed for this discussion will be David Peach, Compliance Director and Head of Information Security and Business Continuity over at the Economist Group. And Ed and David will both be facing the bad ideas that our audience gives us, of which they are always impressive. And I always love the one-upmanship. In fact, some of them are as bad as this. In order to whitelist the pen tester, configure the firewall to permit any and all incoming internet traffic on the perimeter interface. To join this very discussion with me, Ed, and the other David, please join us on May 14th, 2021 at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And then at the end of the hour, we have our meetup where we have one-on-one conversations. It's completely random. It's a ton of fun. You get a chance to just meet another cyber professional for a few minutes and actually meet 5 of them over that over a period of a half hour. To register, all you have to do is wherever you see this video posted, there's a link to register for the event. But if you forget that, just go to CISOseries.com and click the register for video chats button. We look forward to seeing you there.